Dear students, in this session, we will understand some of the fundamental concepts of transient heat conduction or unsteady state heat conduction. If a solid body, which is at an initial temperature, is suddenly subjected to a change in environment, some time must elapse before it reaches an equilibrium condition. So, if there is a heated ingot and it is quenched suddenly with an oil bath, it takes some time to reach its equilibrium condition. This transient heating or cooling process takes place during interim period before it establishes equilibrium. So the heat transfer analysis for transient condition should take care of the change in internal energy of the body with time, and also the physical boundary conditions must be adjusted to match the physical situation. A large number of heating and cooling processes in industrial applications, like cooling system design for a noisy engine or quenching or annealing, involves unsteady state heat transfer. So it is of prime importance to understand unsteady state heat transfer analysis. One of the important methods to analyze transient heat conduction problem is lumped mass system analysis. To know it better, first we'll learn what is meant by lumped heat capacity systems. Systems which have uniform temperature throughout are considered to be lumped heat capacity systems. Since there must be a temperature gradient for heat transfer to take place into or out of the material, these systems are obviously an idealized systems. In general, if you have a smaller size of the body, then this assumption of uniform temperature can be achieved. Taking an example of a hot steel ball which is suddenly immersed in a cool bowl of water, the lumped mass system analysis might be used if you could justify an assumption of uniform ball temperature during the cooling process. That means the lumped mass system analysis is applicable to this steel ball suddenly immersed in a cool bowl of water when the temperature within the material at all points and also on the surface of the material, that is the ball, it remains the same at any given instant of time. Clearly, the temperature distribution in the ball would depend on the thermal conductivity of the ball material and also on the heat transfer conditions from the surface of the ball to the surrounding fluid. We know that larger the value of thermal conductivity, lower will be the thermal resistance due to conduction. But we should be in a position to obtain reasonable uniform temperature distribution in the bar if this resistance due to heat transfer by conduction is very small compared to the convective resistance at the surface. So only when this condition of the internal resistance of the body to be negligible in comparison with the external surface resistance, then the lumped mass system analysis can be used to solve a problem on unsteady state heat transfer. Lumped mass system analysis. Consider a solid of arbitrary shape with volume V, surface area A, properties like specific heat Cp, density ρ, thermal conductivity K, is at an initial temperature of T0 and is suddenly immersed in a fluid at a temperature of T infinity with a heat transfer coefficient of H. And the heat transfer between the solid and the liquid or the fluid takes place by convection. From lumped system analysis, it is assumed that the temperature within the solid is uniform. That is, the temperature of the solid can be considered to be a function of time only. That is, no dependence on the space parameter. The energy balance for the transient heat transfer, rate of heat flow into the solid of volume V through the boundary surface area A is equal to the rate of increase of internal energy of solid of volume V. The left hand side of the equation is nothing but equation of heat transfer due to convection, and the right side is the rate of heat internal energy increase. So H into A multiplied by T infinity minus T of T, where T of T is the parameter which we want to know, is equal to rho into Cp V dt by d tau or dt. So the right hand side gives you the change in internal energy with respect to time. This is mCp dt by time. Rewriting the equations, first dividing the equation by rho Cpv and rearranging it, we arrive at the expression shown here. Proceeding further and considering 1 by m is equal to rho Cpv divided by Ha, or m is equal to Ha divided by rho Cpv, and also considering the temperature difference T of T minus T infinity is equal as theta T, we can write the differential equation dt divided by d tau plus m theta T is equal to 0. Solving for the differential equation, integral of d theta divided by theta is equal to minus m integral of t tau. Tau varies from 0 to t, where t is the elapsed time. Integrating, we get ln of theta t is equal to minus mt plus c1, where c1 is an arbitrary constant. Using the initial condition t is equal to t naught at time t is equal to 0, c1 becomes equal to ln of theta naught. So substituting this c1 in the above equation, we get ln of theta is equal to minus mt plus ln of theta naught. Rearranging it, theta t divided by theta naught is equal to e power minus mt. And expanding the terms, that is theta t as t minus t infinity and theta naught as t naught minus t infinity is equal to e power minus mt. So this expression gives us the variation of temperature of the body with respect to time, and with the graphs we can observe that the variation in temperature is exponential, and during the initial period the temperature drop or temperature rise, we call that as generally the temperature change is maximum. You can observe the slopes, and as it proceeds further the temperature change is minimal. So you can observe an exponential change in temperature with respect to time. The curves gives us the temperature distribution of the solid with respect to time, and if you closely observe this 1 by m, which is equal to rho Cpv divided by Ha, This will have the same dimensions of time. It is called as thermal time constant. Thermal time constant indicates the rate of response of a system to a sudden change in the environment. How fast or how slow the temperature will change for the body with respect to the change in environment. The term HAT divided by rho Cp V can also be written as the right hand side of this equation. Both V and A are multiplied and divided to the numerator and denominator and rearranged. Further rearranging and considering V by A as Ls and K by rho Cp as alpha, we can have this equation for HAT divided by rho Cp is equal to HLS divided by K multiplied by alpha T divided by Ls square, where alpha is the thermal defisivity of the solid. Characteristic length Ls is the ratio of volume of the solid to its surface area. So characteristic length will depend on different solids, the shape and size of the solid. For some simple geometrical shapes, characteristic length Ls is given by, for large plate of or slab of thickness L and a surface area on one of its sides A, characteristic length Ls is given by L by 2. That is because the volume is A multiplied by L, and since the large plate has got two surfaces, 2 times the surface area is 2A, so we have Ls is equal to L by 2. For a cube of edge L, Ls is equal to L cube by 6 L square is equal to L by 6. 6 L square because 6 equal faces of cube. For a long cylinder of radius r, Ls is equal to pi r square L divided by 2 pi RL, which is equal to r by 2. For a short cylinder, this can be changed slightly. For a sphere of radius r, Ls is volume by area. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube and the surface area is 4 pi r square. So characteristic length is r by 3. Biot number, it's a dimensionless factor which is equal to HLS by K. For solids in the shape of a slab, long cylinder and sphere, the temperature distribution during the transient period within the solid at any instant is uniform, with an error less than about 5% if the Biot number is less than 0.1. By having a large value of thermal conductivity for a small material with smaller values of H, we can get small values of Biot number which may be less than 0.1. For such cases, it is suitable to apply the lumped mass system analysis. So this gives the condition for applicability of lumped mass system. Physical significance can be analyzed by checking the definition. Bi Biot number is equal to HLS divided by K is rewritten as H by K by Ls, where the numerator H is the heat transfer coefficient for convection at the surface, whereas K by Ls is termed as specific conductance of the solid, which is the reciprocal of thermal resistance of the solid due to conduction heat transfer. So for the assumption of uniform temperature within the solid to be valid, the specific conductance of the solid should be larger than, very much larger than, the heat transfer coefficient for convection at the surface. Only then the Biot number will get a smaller value. This is possible when the when you use a thin plate, so Ls becomes small, and with large thermal conductivity. Both of these factors contributes to large value of specific conductance of the solid, and also by having a small value of heat transfer coefficient H. Another non-dimensional factor alpha T divided by Ls square is called Fourier number, which is the ratio of diffusive transport rate of heat to the heat storage rate. It is also a measure of heat conducted through a body relative to the heat stored within the body. It signifies the degree of penetration of heating or cooling effect through a solid. That means a large value of Fourier number indicates faster propagation of heat through a body. Using the details of 1 by m is equal to rho Cpv divided by Ha, and HAT divided by rho Cv is equal to HLS divided by K multiplied by alpha T by L square. We also know that HLS by K is Biot number, alpha T divided by Ls square is Fourier number. We can express the lumped parameter solution for transient conduction as T of T minus T infinity divided by T naught minus T infinity is equal to exponential of minus Biot number into Fourier number. This is the end of session. Thank you.